to start with, I'm basically just going File, Open, and just opening whatever image you've got for the side profile. The first thing I'm going to do here is go to the bottom right layer panel and rename that layer Profile. I'm then going to go to either the Magic Wand tool or the Quick Selection tool. I'm just starting off with the Magic Wand tool, and the way the Magic Wand tool works, it picks up on colours. So because this image has a grey background, it goes into the areas on her face where there is grey and shadow, and same with the hair and everything like that. So for this example, the Magic Wand tool doesn't work. Whereas if you had a white background, it would probably work, unless you've got a white t-shirt on, which then it'll try and take away the white t-shirt as well. So now I use the Quick Selection tool, which is much better for this. So I just sort of draw around the figure like this, and you can go around and get these little details. So like it's missed out the part of her knuckles, so I just get that part. Same with these little details on her face, just sort of push it out, not too far. And you can see here on the hair, it just doesn't want to select that part, so it keeps pushing it out. You can see the dotted line there. So I just leave that bit of the hair. And same with this hair at the bottom, I think that might look a bit messy. So I'm actually going to use the minus at the top. If you can see these 3 different selection tools, I'm going to use the one with the minus and just minus that. So I'm getting rid of the hair. So everything within this dotted line we're keeping, and then we're deleting everything on the outside of it. What I'm going to do now is go to select at the top and select inverse, and then I'm just going to press delete on my keyboard, and that should delete your background. If for whatever reason that doesn't work, just double check that you've not got your layer locked in the panel in the bottom, because that's usually the issue if it's not working. So here I'm just adding a quick background. So how I do it, I just draw a box, drag it behind the profile layer and just make it white. Now we're on to the double exposure part of this tutorial. I've got my second image now, so for you this might be whatever sort of landscape image you've taken from out of your window or anything like that, or you can find something off the internet like I've done. I just open this up separately, so you go File, Open. So now what you want to do is unlock it in the layer panel, click on it and drag it into the one that we're working on, the double exposure one. So that's there now. The first thing I'm going to do is name the layer, city layer, or whatever it is. So I've dragged the city layer behind my profile layer in that panel on the right, and I'm just adjusting it to where I want it to be, and it can be quite difficult to see what's going to be behind her when we do the double exposure. So I just drop the opacity down so I can see, where the Empire State Building is going to be and everything. I can sort of move that to where I want it. And then you just want to put the opacity back up to 100%. And if you can see where it says normal, I'll just make that bigger. So if you can see where it says normal in this selection panel, you want to open that up, and there's loads of options. So you can see me going through the options here. I'm going to go with soft light here. The ones I have used mostly for this is soft light, overlay and screen, because the sunset looks really nice on those settings. But there's so many other settings you could try depending on what your image looks like. So now we're on to the cutout section of the tutorial. So this really is the quickest part, but also the most complicated part. I click on my profile layer, and then I get the Magic Wand tool again. I click outside the profile layer, and then I'll get this dotted line around her profile again. And now the next thing you need to do is go back into this panel on the right and click on the city layer. So you want to do that and then press delete on your keyboard, and as you can see it creates that cutout effect, and it does look quite effective for such a quick tutorial, it is quite easy to teach students to do, and they'll be very impressed with the final product that they get out of it as well. So if you can see here, I'm just playing around again with the overlay. So if you want to try it in black and white as well, which can look quite effective, you just want to go to Image, Adjustments, and it's 8 down, black and white there. So yeah, there's my final piece.